Hello, everyone, and this is video number 2. So, one of the things, writing a book is pen to paper, or as we say, as we used to say at least, and nowadays it's all about writing on computers, etc. So before starting this project, I actually did quite a lot of research on writing tools, and I'm not talking about AI now. I'm talking about tools how to collect your thoughts and data, etc. And one of the sources that I used in my research, on top of Googling and looking at YouTube films of people that were writing a lot and shared their experiences, was Joanna Penn on creativepen.com. She's launched a book called writing nonfiction, which I thought was really useful. It had a lot around tools, etc. She proposed a tool called, or an application called Scrivener, which I did a lot of investigation on because it was attractive and it sort of caught my eye in many ways. But as a Apple user and not very fond of Dropbox, it actually doesn't work very well when you're working on different platforms, etc. Secondly is, as a writer, I am anyway, for reports, business reports, academia stuff. I really treasure cross-references and also footnotes and endnotes and bibliographies, and making sure that a reader actually has more context and can check data, but also read further about certain things. So even if you do a sort of an independent ebook and using different tools, these aspects are really important to capture very early stages. And I think that's one of the things that really put me off with Scrivener, but most importantly, the storage and how you store things. So I'm back to Word, and I think Word is probably a stronger tool when it comes to actually writing and doing things, and I am also used to it, so therefore it is a really, really good tool for me. And I am probably a very good Word user. I use most of the different specific tools and support within Word, and I'm not just a simple user. I'm quite a deep and mature user of that. One of the things, though, with Scrivener that I have tried to find a solution for, and that is how to collect my research. And that research for me in my business, because I'm doing something that is not historical, is mainly articles. Lots of different articles, both academic and business articles, but also my own interviews with CEOs and so forth, and also a number of different online things that I need to collect and remember where they are when I get to that part of the chapter or part of the book where I want to sort of explore that type of thing. And I must admit, Scrivener seemed really good for that. But I've also tried Microsoft OneNote to collect things in different categories. And I found that one very cumbersome and not very easy to deal with. And also I've tried Apple Notes and so forth. So if anyone has a good idea on that, I really, really appreciate it. And I will drop a couple of links in my in the post here, and you can read more about those aspects. But this is probably the most complicated thing that I feel that we as writers and researchers find, is trying to find that place where to put notes. One thing I use a lot in my work is A3 papers, and they're big and large, and I put put them on my desk and I can scribble a lot. But when it comes to storage, that's not a good thing. I've tried Miro boards and I use them for my training development, and I feel that's quite good in that way. But for this book, it's much bigger, and I feel even Miro board is cumbersome. So any ideas? Drop me a note because I have not solved it yet. Thank you for listening in to this second video. And tomorrow, I hope to maybe bring you some of the more content in it, and we'll mix different aspects of writing a book in nonfiction about corporate social responsibility. Thanks a lot.